Aloha, and thank you for watching this training on the coconut rhinoceros beetle, also referred to as CRB. This is an approximately 12-minute video designed to cover CRB identification, current status, best management practices, and treatments. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, or CRB, threatens many industries, stakeholders, and the community. In several infested areas in Hawaii, palms attacked by CRB are dying more frequently, and the need for community-wide management is apparent. Let's start with some basic identification and biology of the coconut rhinoceros beetles. CRB adults are large, all-black beetles with horns at the front of their heads, as seen on the left. As adults, they can fly to the crown of the palm and bore into the heart to feed, causing damage to hosts. On the right are CRB larvae. In larval stages, CRB can be found in breeding material, which can be any decaying plant material or green waste. CRB has some common lookalikes. This graphic on the left compares some key features of coconut rhinoceros beetle and oriental flower beetle, which can look very similar in these larval stages. Dung beetles and oriental flower beetle adults are frequently reported as CRB. Beetle larvae on different species are very similar and can be challenging to differentiate. CRB larvae tend to crawl on their side instead of their back and lack a fine pattern of hairs on their hind end called a raster pattern. We encourage you to use these graphics or contact us if you need help with identification. CRB starts as tiny eggs about the size of half a grain of rice. They then develop through 3 larval stages called instars. The larvae then pupate and will emerge as adults. In the developmental stages, before they become adults, CRB can be found in any decaying plant material. These developmental stages are where they will spend most of their life cycle. Breeding material can include compost, mulch, rotting logs, standing dead palms, planting medium, and any decaying plant material. CRB is native to Southeast Asia. It was first detected on Oahu in 2013, but has invaded many Pacific islands prior to being found in Hawaii. In 2023, CRB was then first detected on Kauai, Maui, and Big Island. Our website has up-to-date maps of CRB detections on each island if you are interested in knowing more about CRB presence in your area. Although CRB can fly, much of their spread to new areas is the result of people moving infested material. CRB will usually not fly very far unless they can't find breeding material, host plants, or mates. Most of the long-distance spread and all of the inter-island movement is due to transport of infested material. Compare the spread over the first 5 years of known infestation on Oahu on the left to the following 5 years on the right. Much of the initially infested area had landowner enacted policies to prevent the movement of infested material. Once CRB established outside those zones, the spread was exponentially faster. CRB can feed and impact a variety of different host plants. At the top of their preferred hosts are palms, including fan, coconut, date, and royal palms. However, CRB are not host-specific, so if their primary food sources are not available, they can feed on other palms and agriculturally significant plants. Some of these secondary food sources include banana, sugarcane, challah, kalo, pineapple, ferns, and other palm varieties. We will now go into identifying damage, specifically on primary hosts in Hawaii. Key damage caused by CRB includes boreholes in the crown of the palm. CRB will bore into the palm to feed, leaving behind boreholes approximately 2 inches. On coconut palms, V-cut damage to the fronds is also a key sign of CRB damage. Damage to other hosts can vary, particularly in the damage to fronds. However, boreholes in the palms are a telling sign of CRB. On coconut palms, V-cuts on the fronds are a key sign of damage. These V-cuts will be at a 45-degree angle on the frond. Additionally, these V-cuts will also have scalloped leaflet edges. Fan palm leaflets will look slightly different, with damage following the arc of the frond. This is sometimes called a snowflake effect, reminiscent of cut paper snowflakes. On other hosts, boreholes will typically be the key indication of CRB damage. The photo on the left shows CRB damage to Hala or Pandanus, and on the right shows damage to banana, where the boreholes occur at the base in contrast to most other hosts. You may see damage that looks similar to CRB damage, but is actually due to other causes. We will go over some of the other causes of damage and what it may look like. Some common damage we see that is mistaken for CRB are trimmer damage, rat or pest damage, and nutrient deficiency. We will show some examples of what this damage would look like, but if you see damage and are unsure, you can reach out to us with a photo and we may be able to help with identification. The easiest ways to differentiate trimming damage are straight ends on the leaflet cuts. All V-cuts are missing the end of the frond, and the angle of the V-cut is flatter than 45 degrees. Wind and rat damage can often look similar. With this type of damage, you will notice uneven damage on the fronds, typically in areas with abundant foliage, and the damage will be along the midrib. Damage from the coconut leaf roller is another type of common damage to coconut palms. This damage often looks like webbing on the leaflets or true damage to the leaflets. Damage can also be caused by nutrient deficiencies. Some signs of nutrient deficiency are hooked accordion or leaflets that fail to separate after frond emergence, giving a sticky appearance. CRB host material is plant material that could contain coconut rhinoceros beetle. CRB breeds and develops in any decaying plant waste and will spend the majority of their life cycle in this material. Breeding material can include entire dead trees, mulch, trimmings, fruit and vegetative scraps, decaying stumps, and compost. Here we show some examples of breeding sites, including rotting portions of a live palm, rich soil, and rotting palm stumps. Different things can be done to manage CRB and reduce CRB risk. Preventing the transport of untreated CRB material is essential to ensure CRB does not spread, especially transport from infested to uninfested areas. Infestable material that is not needed should be treated, then removed to a processing facility or site where the material can be managed and used. For any material that is kept on site, management is vital to prevent breeding. There are several treatments for both breeding material and host plants. Different treatments for potentially infested breeding material can be done based on the type of material. The best treatments are those that kill all of the CRB in the material, but other treatments can help to reduce risks. Ideally, the material should be treated using a kill method every 4 months to prevent any CRB from developing into adults and escaping. Even if CRB have not been found in the material, treatment is recommended since CRB can be very hard to find, especially in larger volumes. This treatment cycle and more details on treatments can be found on our website at crbhawaii.org. Palms can also be treated for CRB. Our recommended physical treatment is netting applied to the crown where CRB bore into the palm. Chemical treatments can be applied as pesticide injections, soil drenches, or foliar sprays. Physical and chemical treatments can be combined, and both are recommended for maximal protection. Netting is a physical treatment for CRB that works by entangling beetles as they try to burrow into the palm. Netting does require regular maintenance and should be repositioned or new netting added every 1 to 2 months as new fronds emerge. Regular access to the crown is required, and it doesn't prevent all damage, but it is one of the few non-chemical palm treatments. Pesticide treatments of palms can be done in a few different ways. Trunk injections and soil drenches are systemic treatments targeting beetles once they feed on the palm. These treatments are typically done using imidacloprid. Imidacloprid can be harmful to pollinators, so these treatments should be paired with regular trimming of flowers. Fruits, like coconuts, cannot be consumed until after the pre-harvest interval or reapplication interval listed on the product label. Foliar sprays of pyrethrins or pyrethroids in the crown on palms are not systemic and stay on the exterior of the plant, affecting beetles in the crown. If you have questions on these treatments or need guidance to develop a proper procedure, reach out to us and we can help. There are many things that everyone can do for CRB, including regularly inspecting all host material for CRB, reporting finds on uninfested islands, not transporting infested material, managing any decomposing plant waste, and sharing information with others, as CRB management and treatment takes a community-wide effort. We are available to answer any questions you may have by emailing us at info@crbhawaii.org. If you are a business that is offering CRB services, please contact us so we can have a comprehensive list for the public seeking treatment. Thank you for taking the time to watch this training and your efforts against CRB.